Eye of the heart. Your heart's eye is the soul of your life, your guide, your way to fulfillment. These stories are passed on to you as illustrations of a reality which also can be yours. When you hear the animals, flowers, mountains composing the pictures of experience, you will increase your ability to believe that you too can widen your perceptions and let in new ways of seeing your experiences, more truthful ways, from your heart. Wanting to see from your heart will change the external reality of what happens, and you will be manifesting your heart's desires. Seeing what's in front of you will show you what you desire. The heart of lays. The desire to love. Why was I on the big island, I asked myself. No highs, no lows, no experiences to mark that I had been visited or that I had visited. I had come to Kona from Kamuela the day before, where life seemed ordinary, workaday, and low-keyed. The big island was known to be a place of healing, and I had visited many times. The lady at the gift shop easily remarked that it was good that I had not come for any healing because I could receive enjoyment from what the island offered. Certainly I was open to having a good time. Maybe the vacuous feeling I had was an openness to new experience. Late in the evening, an attractive woman danced the hula at the outdoor restaurant near where I stayed. I was used to more beauty and heart from previous visits to Kona. The loud Hawaiian music strummed a contrast with the natural beauty of lawn dancing against an ocean backdrop. The saving innocence appeared when a long-haired child swished her grass skirt among the guests as she bestowed red plumeria leis. Because I was late to the performance, I was afraid there wouldn't be a lei for me. Receiving aloha with a lei would be the only gift in this scene. When the child came toward me, I saw that the box contained one remaining lei. It was broken into 2 pieces. She merely tied the 2 pieces together, gently placed the cool red flowers around my shoulders, and kissed me, running away sprightly. Her kiss mended the lei and my disappointment in beauty. Earlier, I had bought a yellow plumeria from a street stand, the only one I had ever bought. Usually I picked up fallen yellow and red flowers from under the trees along the road. With each blossom I would make a decision about how I felt, available or committed, and then I would push the blossom under my hair over the right or left ear, single on the right or involved on the left. After the show I returned to my room, which was for only one night. The decor was old and there was no air conditioning. Tomorrow would start a new day. I placed the red and yellow leis inside each other on the empty pillow next to mine. They became my company, my aloha. As I fell asleep, at least I had given myself the reassurance of lovely fragrance. The next morning, when I scuffed toward my bedside, I was awestruck by the scene. I bowed in reverence. Someone had visited me. There had been a presence next to me while I slept. The flowers had expanded into a heart. The moment I saw the heart, I believed the artistic finger of the Holy Spirit had created a heart for me, and I believed God had showered me with love in aloha language. Pulling up the sheet, I could see the perfect design on the pillow where I had placed the leis, inside each other the night before, the red plumeria on the inside, the yellow petals around the outside. The petals faced toward one another in perfect symmetry, with intricate spacing, as if they were painted bisque flowers. No human touch could have arranged such perfection. I accepted the supernatural and moved into the rest of my day, a normal day of finding a place to sleep while I lived in Kona for a short while. I stopped by the desk of a sightseeing office in a local hotel where Hawaiians stay. When I told the clerk the story of the flowers, she explained the phenomenon easily. The energy of the flowers had moved themselves. The Hawaiian view was always dear to my heart. Serendipitously, when I told her I had no place to stay in Kona, she invited me to stay in the home of a friend. The next morning I relaxed with coffee on the deck overlooking the Kona coast and listened to the friend's story about separating from her husband because she was not a focus for him. He was unable to give her this feeling from his attention. The life story paralleled mine and explained my feelings of emptiness. Perhaps I had come to Hawaii by myself so that I could confirm the truth. Certainly I did not want to be in Hawaii with a man who didn't make me feel loved. Being by myself was better, albeit terribly lonely. Before I left my new friend's home for the day, I wanted to test to see if the flowers had really moved for me the night before, and whether they would do it again to give me another message. How little faith I seemed to have. I rearranged the red plumeria inside the yellow lei. I tried to make a perfect heart like the one on my pillow last night. The petals wouldn't lay perfectly as they had, and the heart was not perfectly symmetrical. The flower's powerful energy confirmed itself to me. This time, I created a new arrangement. I puffed the red plumeria into the right half of the heart to picture my aloneness, my half-self. At dusk, I returned to my room, and in amazement, I saw the red plumeria bunched together around an opening. I could see that there was a hole in my heart. Looking back, I understand that there was a deep wound and yet possibly a power not only from the flowers but from myself, God in me, to draw into my life what I needed. Love from people, places, messages, pictures, nature. Surely goodness and mercy follow me all the days of my life. Several years later, my partner and I returned to the Big Island for a vacation. I could tell that he was aloof and received his announcement that he had lost interest in me, because it really was the antithesis of what I was prepared for. Nevertheless, at the end of the trip, as we drove out of Kona, we decided to toss our leis into the water and read the omen of whether we would return or not, dependent on the direction of the leis. Because of the rocky beaches, it was a challenge to find a spot close enough to the waves. The power of my heart's desire was stronger than words, and to our surprise, the two leis floated together and found each other, one inside the other. They appeared in two perfect circles.